P&B Sports Show. I'm Arokotom. On this show, we talk about everything sports and the latest sports update. But today, we're going to talk about something amazing. We're going to be talking about the Copa del Rey semi-finals between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. And for that, we are going to have two guests. And we're going to have Errol John, all the way from Benin, who is a sports analyst. And we're going to have another sports analyst, all the way from Lagos, Mr. Walter. But before then, we're going to go on a very short break. And when we come back, we're going to give you the hot gist of what is happening in sports. So sit tight, hold your popcorn, and don't go anywhere. To P&B Sports Show. So like I said earlier, we're going to be talking about the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid. You know, it was a fun one, and for this, we're going to have Errol John and Mr. Walter, who are sports analysts. Mr. Errol and Mr. Walter, how are you people doing?
Good morning, Mr. Tom. I'm very fine. I'm okay. It's a pleasure to be in your midst once again. Good morning, viewers and listeners.
Mr. Walter, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm doing very good this morning. Good morning to the viewers and good morning to you.
Okay. So, you know, concerning the match between Barcelona and Atletico Madrid, I know watching it was fantastic. I will have to tell you. I watched Lamine Yamal, and to me, he's a young lad with a lot of potential. But I want to find out. I want you people to tell the viewers. I think I'll start with you, Mr. Iru. What is your take on that particular match?
Okay. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom, for that question. Very quickly, it was nothing short of what we expected. Atletico Madrid and Barcelona over time has been a great rivalry. I think that's the second greatest rivalry in the Spanish football, aside the Real Madrid-Barcelona El Clasico rivalry. Personally, I tipped Barcelona to win the match because Barcelona this season, they give me the vibe that the then MSN, Messi, Suarez, and Neymar were giving. They don't mind conceding, but they are certain that they are going to score. That's one thing you should know Barcelona for this season. They are very certain they are going to score. So I tipped Barcelona to win, and checking their games with Atletico Madrid previously this season, I knew that there was no way Atletico was going to go home with the win. The first leg of this same encounter ended in a 4-4 draw. It was played in the Barcelona stadium. So going into this other leg, I knew Barcelona would come out victorious, and they did. Even if I was not completely pleased with their play because they missed a whole lot of chances. But I knew they were going to win. And Atletico, on the other hand, they fell short of my expectation. Imagine Atletico playing against Barcelona and they did not register a shot on target. That was not it at all.
Okay. So, Mr. Walter, I would also like to know, the viewers would like to know your own take on the match.
Yes, like my colleague rightly said, looking at the games involving Barcelona and Atletico Madrid this season, you will know Barca were favourites. Although the first leg, which ended 4-4, Atletico Madrid gave good accounts of themselves. They took the lead several times, and Barca just kept coming back. So it happens. Yesterday wasn't their day, and Barcelona got the lead, and I was so surprised because when I saw 1-0 in 27 minutes, I was like, okay, this is going to be a day of gold. But instead, it was a day of yellow card. There was over 11 yellow cards in that game. So it shows you how testy or how tough the game was and how the two teams wanted it. But at the end of the day, it's back. And you made mention of Lamine Yamal. I think we are witnessing a special talent in that young man.
I agree.
Yes, he's coming, and I'm looking at him there, and I'm like, I've seen this guy improve. This was not the Lamine Yamal I saw last season. This was not the Lamine Yamal I saw during the Euros, and this is certainly not the Lamine Yamal I saw at the beginning of the season. So he's improving. He's improving and he's improving and he's improving and he's unlocking new potentials. And like I said, like a friend said to me the first day, if he continues like this, man, we might be talking about someone who is even better than Messi in 2-3 years time. Because what he has done at such a young age is beyond phenomenal, and he's actually a very very good player. So I think I love his assist yesterday, and his general play in that game yesterday was amazing, considering the team opposition they were playing against. So yeah, good one for Barcelona. They'll face Real Madrid in the final.
Okay. So Lamine Yamal, like you rightly said, he was wonderful. But we have another star, the goal scorer, Ferran Torres. Mr. Walter, tell me what was your take on that goal? Because when I watched it, from the assist to the goal, I was fascinated. So please, what was your take on that goal?
Ferran Torres is that kid, that has that low profile. He's not that kid that has all these shiny things like Lamine Yamal and Rafinha and all of that. No, he's just that guy that just go about doing his things, um, tidying his work, and just being okay with just being the player he is. Yeah. So when he was at Manchester City, I could spot some potentials in him. Although I won't lie, no, I was not necessarily his every fan, but he's coming to Barcelona, especially since this new manager came in, and Ferran has blossomed. He's not a regular starter, but whenever he does start, he contributes absolutely well to the team, and he's been top this season. I think he scored 2 goals in their last game. He scored yesterday. So the goal yesterday, absolute beauty of a goal. He made the pass came from Lamine Yamal. He knew what to do. He knew what he wanted to achieve with the ball, and brilliant goal by him. So yeah, it's what it is. Like I said earlier, we are witnessing a couple of Barcelona players who are absolutely world class, and they are going to take Barcelona to achieving greater things and greater heights.
Okay. So talking about greater things and greater heights, we're going to digress a little. Mr. Ero, the defensive strategy of Barcelona, it was, I don't know, I think the Barcelona coach started Rafinha, and they played the type of defense that, to me and to some people, they will say that their defense was spectacular. Well, what is your take, Mr. Ero, on Barcelona's defense?
Okay, thank you very much for that question. Barcelona over time, in a long stretch of let's say 10 to 15 years, except for the era of the likes of Puyol and then Gerard Piqué, and ever since the end of that era, Barcelona has not really been completely solid defensively. If you take a critical look at it when it came to their defense structure, I think it's even now that they are trying to pick up a bit with the likes of Kunde and what have you. So personally, I don't think Barcelona has a very concrete defense structure. If you check their games this season and even in the last, they are always conceding goals. The only good thing about them, like I said earlier, is the fact that even if they concede, they have the strong tendency that they are going to score, and they eventually win, and that's what helps them. You see them winning games 3-2, 4-1, 5-2. They will still concede. They will still concede, but they are always going to score. So personally, it is still a problem that Hansi Flick, I think, has not been able to completely of the defense structure of the team. They have a very weak defense. If Barcelona should play a team that is vastly good in attacking just like them, I don't see them winning the game. I don't see them winning the game. If you watch the game against Atletico Madrid, the first leg, you saw that they considered.
Mr. Aro, are you there?
So that's just my take on their defense.
Okay, but talking about this particular match, that's the second leg, which ended in 1-0. What was the take about this particular match on defense?
Okay, I think the coach did a great job. He studied the first leg. He studied the lapses. He knew what.
Mr. Aro, are you there? Okay, so Mr. Walter, I'm going to Mr. Aro. Thank you for your take on that. Thank you for your take on that. But Mr. Walter, I want to find out. The people want to know. The viewers are curious. Why did Atletico Madrid make a 3-man substitution? Why?
I think it's becoming a Simeone problem because even in the game against Real Madrid in the UEFA Champions League in the first leg, I was so surprised to see him making 3-man substitution. Taking out took out Alvarez, took out Simeone, took out Griezmann, and I think they became weaker when he made that substitution. So it's same as yesterday. When there's a momentum in the team, when the team is trying to look for a goal, once you make that substitution, that many substitution, it affects the flow of the team. It affects the way the team wants to play, and it has an impact on the team and on the opposition. I think when he made those substitutions yesterday, Barcelona regained the upper hand and they looked certain for a win because Atletico Madrid did not threaten anymore after the substitution we made yesterday.
Okay. Walter, there was a disallowed goal, by Alexander Salot. But in any way, do you think that goal would have made an impact in this game? Or do you think Barcelona would have still been able to score again or would have made more attempts after that first goal?
The truth is we will never know. We will never come to know because the goal wasn't given. So we will not know how Barcelona would have reacted to conceding that goal, and we also never know how Atletico Madrid would have reacted after scoring that goal. So it's just football. We've seen a team go 1-0 up and end up losing the match 2-1, 3-1. We've seen a team concede go 1 up and winning the match 2-0, 3-0, and all of that. So we can never know. But one thing is for sure is that the goal was rightly disallowed, and that's the most important thing. So we will not have any arguments among fans if there was cheating or if no. I'm not a fan of such things. So I think the most important thing is that the goal was rightly disallowed, and it's what it is.
Like you rightly said, it was rightly disallowed, and it is what it is. But Barcelona, Mr. Aro, what is your take on this Barcelona win, and what impact do you think it will make on the team? Mr. Aro, are you there?
And now, the Copa del Rey will be playing Real Madrid. Yes, I'm with you clearly.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said it's a step in the right direction for the team. As we know already, they are in the finals, and they needed it. It will boost the mentality and the morale in the team. So yes, it's a good one for the team.
Okay. Then going to Atletico, do you think with what has happened that they can make some changes and do you think that there's any possibility at all that they will finish top 4 this season?
Of course, they will finish top 4.
So you are certain that they will finish top 4 this season? Mr. Aro, are you there? Okay, so I'm going to move over to Mr. Walter. Mr. Walter, the great sports analyst, what is your take on the loss that was considered by Atletico Madrid, and what does it mean for the team?
Yeah, it's football and the things like that happen. So I know it's been an hell of the past couple of weeks for the team.
Hmm.
They've suffered defeat. La Liga, they've lost ground in La Liga. They've been eliminated in the Champions League, and yesterday also eliminated in the Copa del Rey. So it's not the way the past 1 month, 2 months has been really, really, really draining for the team. But it's not only the end of the world. They still have other goals to achieve. They still need to finish in the top four. They still need to, pick themselves up to try and finish in the top four. They still need to pick themselves up, try and end the season as high, as bright as they can for their fans and for the team. So I really, really do think that I'm surprised how they collapsed, because I won't lie to you as that a month ago we were talking about Atletico Madrid being in the title race, being in the Copa del Rey, being in the Champions League, and today they've lost all. So it's not good for Simeone, considering the investment he made during the summer transfer window. But it's football, and they are competing against monsters. They were eliminated in the Champions League by Real Madrid, eliminated in the um, in the Copa del Rey by Barcelona, and we also know how the defeats against Barcelona in the La Liga before the international break affected them in losing ground in the La Liga title race. So it's what it is, but they cannot suck in it. They cannot keep on crying. They cannot keep on mourning. All they just need to do is to pick themselves up, dust themselves, and get ready to go again and again and again. And I think they will be fine. They just need to focus on finishing in the top four, top three this season, and start again and try to get the recruitment right this summer transfer window.
Okay. You rightly said that Atletico Madrid, they competed against monsters. When I mean monsters like Barcelona and the rest teams. But there's one question that is on everybody's mind. What changed from the first leg that ended in 4-4 and the second leg that ended in 1-0? Like, what was the change? What happened? What made this game so tight and difficult for Atletico Madrid? Mr. Walter?
I think after that 4-4, they've gone on to be eliminated by Real Madrid in the Champions League. They've gone on to lose to Barcelona in La Liga. They've had about 3 draws aside the Barcelona defeat in La Liga to teams that they will feel they should have been winning, teams they will feel that they should have easily put to the squad. So I think those things have affected them mentally. But yesterday we still saw fights. One thing about Atletico Madrid is they will fight. They will give their best, and sometimes, like yesterday, it wasn't just good enough. So what changed is the mentality shift, is the mindset, the players, and they've been drained by those defeats. They've got to it, and they didn't have that fight in them anymore, because the first leg was at Camp Nou, while the second leg was at home, and they could not even do anything spectacular yesterday. So it's what it is. I feel for them. I think it's a collapse that they'll be looking at, and they'll be like, wow, how did this happen? How have we lost everything within the space of 3-4 weeks? But it's football, it happens, and like I said,
Yes.
there's nothing to be ashamed of. They lost to people that have invested more than them, and have greater squad and greater players.
Like you said, they lost to monsters.
Yeah, they lost to monsters. So there's nothing really bad in that.
Okay. Mr. Eru, with Atletico Madrid, do you think that their problem is the players they have? Maybe not, or it is a management problem of not investing into players?
Okay, I didn't get you. Can you go over that question again, sir?
With the players that Atletico Madrid have, and with what they have, and with their performance in the semi-finals of the Copa del Rey, Do you think that their problem is a management problem or it is a problem from the players?
I think it's a management problem. They have good players. They sure have good players. The likes of Rodrigo De Paul, the likes of Julian Alvarez, and Tony Griezmann, they have very good players. Cesar Azpilicueta, Jimenez, and all of that. I feel it's a management problem. Personally, I think that the coach has spent too much time on that team already. And there should be a shift, there should be a change. And also, like my colleague said, I also think it's a psychological and mental problem. They've suffered heavy defeats in the past few weeks, so it's still affecting them. Imagine crashing out of the Champions League and then losing in La Liga, dropping points, and coming into a semi-final. It has affected them. That's why even the first leg, that's why they were able to draw that match, giving away the lead 3 times in that match. So I feel it's first of all a management problem. I feel like the coach has still not figured what the mission key is. And also, it's a psychological problem because football is psychological, it's mental. It's affecting them mentally. They are yet to move on from the heavy defeats they have suffered recently. So, yeah, that's my take on that.
Okay. Wonderful. So we are going. I think the last time Barcelona won a Copa del Rey was in the 2020-2021 season. I think they beat Athletic Bilbao, and
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the scores of that match. But since then, from that time till now, they have not had the chance to win it. So what is your take? Do you think that they are going to win it, Mr. Ero? This is a
The game
super
of football,
classical. It's Real Madrid. It's Real Madrid.
yes, exactly. This is the classical of all classicals. They say in football anything can happen.
Yes,
But
yes,
if you leave me to be the judge, I think it should be a game of who needs it more.
yes, yes.
Yeah, I personally feel Barcelona will edge Real Madrid. The reason is this. My reason for saying Barcelona will edge Real Madrid is this. If you have watched the fixtures they played this season, you will see the hunger in the Barcelona players. You will see the drive. I'm not saying Real Madrid players lack the drive,
Hmm.
but as we speak, Barcelona has this cutting edge over Real Madrid. They just have this way of beating Real Madrid, and they beat them convincingly. They beat them convincingly. Yes. So I personally, if they don't beat them 1-0 to 1, it's convincing. Like it's visible to even the blind. So I personally feel
And
like
audible to the
Barcelona,
deaf.
like you said, very audible to be there. Like you said, the last time they won the Copa del Rey was in 2020. This is 5 years time. So Hansi Flick would definitely need a trophy because right now he is not sure of winning the La Liga just yet. Also, the Champions League, you can never see them to be the winner. So this is one hand on the trophy. Real Madrid, on the other hand, they've suffered defeat in the house of Barcelona, I think 2 times this season. They will not want it to happen a third time. So it's going to be a fight to the fittest, the survival of the fittest.
Okay, okay. So, Mr. Walter, like Mr. Ero has rightly said, that Barcelona has beat Real Madrid twice convincingly. And like people say, the third time is the charm. You get? So, what is your take on this meeting between Real Madrid and Barcelona?
It's going to be uh, one final really, because I think it's going to be one of the toughest games between these both sides we've witnessed in a long, long time. Because I think Real Madrid are hurting. They've been humiliated um, twice already this season by Barcelona, like heavily humiliated, and they are hurting and they are thinking, what is happening to us? We cannot just be playing Barcelona and they keep on scoring goals against us, keep on defeating us. They will want to play that game like their life depends on it. Real Madrid will be playing that game with the sort of mindset, sort of attitude, sort of game plan they use in playing their Champions League games. While for Barcelona, they will be going to that game confident but very careful also, saying because they know that in football, it's just key moments that determines who wins football games. Key moments, key. Like I emphasize on that key moment. tiny moments, the little moments, the moments of who defended this ball, who cleared this ball, who passed in the final third, who was able to convert their chances. Those are the moments that determine this game. And Barcelona has gotten it right in the last two games, but against Madrid. But they wouldn't want to, say because we beat Madrid twice, it's easy game. No. There's no easy game. Certainly not at this level. So I expect a blockbuster encounter. I expect a really, really good game of football. But like my colleague said, I want to go with Real Madrid. I want to go with Barcelona because I like Real Madrid. I want them to win it, but I just don't think they have enough firepower. Listen, if this was to be the Champions League final, I would have 100% gone for Real Madrid. But being in the Copa del Rey, I haven't seen what Barcelona has done to them this year. I don't think Madrid will be able to recover from that. I don't think even the best of Madrid this season will be able to overcome that. So I will just go for Barcelona slim win. It will not be as easy or as it was in the first two games they met this season. But I think it's going to be a slim win. But yeah, it's going to be Barcelona's trophy.
Okay.
If to go according to what they play.
Okay. So Walter, like you said, you are pushing for Barcelona's win, and you believe that Barcelona is going to win. But this is the game of football. Anything can happen also. So you are predicting them to win by a slim chance. But what do you think? Like, who do you think are the players that are going to stand out for the both sides on both Real Madrid and Barcelona?
Lamine Yamal will definitely stand out for Barcelona. Rafinha will stand out for Barcelona. Those two guys, they are top players because they, apart from the way they play now, their mentality, they believe they can actually do everything. They believe in their own potentials and they are playing at the highest ceiling of their career right now, especially Rafinha. Rafinha believes he can do anything at this moment in time. So I think he's going to be a player to watch out for, Rafinha and Lamine Yamal for Barcelona. While for Real Madrid, Jude Bellingham is going to turn up. Vinicius is going to turn up on that day. I won't say Mbappe will turn up because I've seen how he's ghosted in so many big games this season, but it's still his first season. He's still trying to adapt to the team. But I won't be surprised if he does turn up, but I won't be predicting for him to turn up. I'll say Vinicius, Bellingham, and of course the ever reliable Valverde. So those are the three players that are going to be tipping for Real Madrid to turn up. So I think those set of 5 players that I just mentioned will have a very, very good game on the day.
Okay. So Mr. Walter and Mr. Ero, thank you so much for coming on the show. It's always a pleasure to have you both on this show. And myself and our entire team really appreciate your efforts.
Thank you. The pleasure is mine.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much for having me. The pleasure is all mine. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So that's all for P&B Sports Show. But next time, we are going to give you another hot gist in the sports world. You are going to be fascinated with the information that we are going to be giving you people. And we are going to be waiting for the finals between Barcelona and Real Madrid on the 26th of April. So from myself and the entire team here in our Abuja studio, we say have a lovely day.